Welcome back, everybody, to the Miami Marlins franchise. We are headed into Game 4 in Fenway Park. We lost all 3 games against the Braves in the first series of the season. I'm very excited to now be far away from that offense that gave our pitchers, outside of Jordan Hicks, a really tough time. As we jump in, we're going into a player lock game with the one and only Johnny Grieve, first draft pick of the series. And we are getting rocked straight away. Robbie Snelling gives up a home run. But I wanted to get Johnny Grieve going and then play with Daniel Espino, our new pitcher we claimed last episode. Boston already up 2-0. The theme this year is young offensive development. Can Johnny Grieve give us the spark we're looking for? And Johnny draws the walk, and that'll bring up Augustin Ramirez. So here are 2 players we have very high hopes for. Ramirez hit only for a 520 OPS back in Season 3. That definitely put his development off track a bit. This one is going to be into left and caught there to finish the frame. Grand slam, Jarren Duran, and the game is broken open 6-0. Bobby Miller is now getting his first innings of the year. Johnny Grieve plays third base. He's a very small third baseman and a contact over power hitter. He's only 5'7", about 166 pounds. We didn't see a lot of offense from us in those first 2 games. Wow, a 3-run homer by Duran. How many RBIs is he up to in this one? Jonah Bride got us on the board, but runs have been tough to come by 4 games into the new year. Opposing starting pitchers have been able to go pretty deep into games. This is Quinn Priester into the 7th inning. So we had Logan Gilbert go like 8 against us. Framber Valdez had a no-hitter through 6. And now Priester cruising with a 7-run cushion. So Robbie Snelling gives up 5 in just 3 innings pitched. So far, the only great start has been courtesy of Jordan Hicks. Now, Roman Anthony. That's backhanded by Johnny Grieve, and the strong arm gets him out. Stepping up with 2 aboard, it's now a 9-5 ball game. Almost hit him, but Johnny gets ahead. And a 4-pitch walk loads the bases for the potential tying run in Augustin Ramirez. 1-2 count, bases filled and lined into the first baseman's glove. I thought I was getting through. We're going to bring Luke Keeschel off the bench. I believe it's his first big league at-bat. He got into the game, it was in that previous episode, but only defensively. A pinch hit for him in the 9th inning. Bounced it back to the pitcher, and Keeschel retired. Hank Holder into center field. That's on a line and caught. Red Sox win. Marlins move to 0-4 on the season. Looking for some hope early in the year, and we ain't getting any of that. A lot of rough batting averages in the first 4 games. So far, best player looks to be, again, Jonah Bride. And Bobby Miller got hit with 4 runs on 2 innings in his debut. Oh, come on. Xavier Edwards has suffered a fractured forearm, and he's going to be out 1 to 2 months. In that case, we have a very crowded infield. That's probably going to open the door for Connor Norby to get some more at-bats, perhaps as the new DH. Now, I'd love to see Johnny develop into that leadoff hitter, but I'm not about to put him in there without really earning it first. Evan Carter is going to lead off. We're going to look for a spark here atop the lineup with an 0-4 offense. Making his way back up is going to be Dane Myers. It's not going to bring up a big promotion of any kind. And then I forgot I had this option when it came to injuries. Last episode, I showed that I was just going to keep Joe Brown down at single A, as I think he should still be out a little bit from the ACL tear. but I can actually give him an injury now. So just to get something with about that duration he was expected to miss, I'll give him a broken leg and then just put him on the injured list, and we'll wait for him to come back. Next for our Marlins, we're facing Garrett Crochet. That's going to be tough with the way this offense is playing, but Daniel Espino is going to be on the mound. I felt like this was a chance to take on the waiver wire, with Espino being waived with B potential at 27 years old. Why not take a chance? We sent Noble Meyer down to AAA. We can always bring him up. It was his first minor league option. In the meantime, can this be a nice fresh start for Daniel Espino? We're searching for our first win this season. And as we get further into this franchise, I'm expecting I'll play a lot more games early in the year to really set the stage for how the season unfolds. In this case, it is unfolding in terrible fashion. Otto Lopez is going to lead off now against lefties, while we'll have Evan Carter lead off against righties. And Crochet starts us off low and away. I'm playing the full game here, by the way, not player lock. We need this offense to wake up. Can this be the start of it? The 3-1 fastball belted to center directly to the fielder. Here are the batting averages. They're okay for Estieri Ruiz and Jonah Bryan. That's about it. We are last place in the NL in OPS at the moment. Hank Holder, the Rookie of the Year. 1 homer in that opening series. Just to break up the no-hitter. That's about the only good thing we have going for us. We have not been no-hit 4 games into the year. 97 above the zone. Crochet getting ahead. Inside out. Another line out. Feels like we just keep hitting it right at somebody. Doesn't matter. Garrett Crochet starts off Jonah Bride 2-0 with these pitches. So Bride here hitting 385. Now way ahead. Under the fastball. And that'll be a routine play in center as the Marlins go down 1-2-3. And now the fresh start begins for Daniel Espino. Played sparingly last year. Gave up a 3.38 ERA, but a very low sample size where the whip's at 1.69, a little bit higher than you'd like. Walk rate a little bit higher than you'd like. So we get a 5-pitch mix, and the fastball goes into the upper 90s. He throws a slider, curve, change, and then also a 2-seamer. A 5-pitch mix. And 99 against Duran's where we start. Every now and then you come across some opportunities that you set aside your previous plans for, and this is one of them. We'll be trying to do other reclamation projects throughout the franchise, seeing if we can find a diamond in the rough. Boston comes in, a bunch of hitless guys in this lineup, and they throw 7 lefties consecutively at Espino today. Okay, this umpire strike zone, it's quite a zone so far from what we've seen. Johnny Grieve. That one is a very impressive play. And then the throw to get the speedy Hamilton. We have not had third base defense like that in this series very much. And now Rafael Devers stepping in. They got him at third. Refused to play first base. 2-2 from Espino. And Johnny Grieve tested again. And he passes the test. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Got him on the outside. Crochet strikes out Evan Carter. Griffin Conine hitting .214. That's one of the best batting averages on the team. 3-2. And way outside, we draw a walk to bring up Connor Norby. And the Xavier Edwards injury, I mean, is just so big for him to get on the field right now. He's the main beneficiary with that playing time. That kicks away now, a mile away from the catcher. So can Norby do anything with this new opportunity? Empty on the swing. Catching the corner, 3-2. Bounced it. And at short, the play is made. Falling behind Tristan Casas now, and Espino 3-0 count. Had the green light. On the ground, Holder can't make the play, and it's a base hit. Masataka Yoshida lines out to center field. Now getting ahead of Wilyer Abreu. That was a nice knee-high curveball. Espino gets him way out in front, strike 3. And weakly hit to center. And so far, so good. Ramirez, no way, Rafi. Rafael Devers just took away a hit. I feel so good about my swing right now. Like, I'm having a lot of fun hitting. I know I'm putting mostly good swings out there right now. But, man, this team can't buy a hit. It really puts it into perspective just how much we're struggling right now because we're not doing anything with even the good swings I have. That one a little late, trying to bloop it in. No. Absolutely smoked to left by Cedene Rafaela. Another hit to left. He turned on it. First 2 on here in the 3rd. The only 2 righties in this lineup have back-to-back sharp singles. Top of the zone at 98. And a tough slider. Holder flips it. Double play. And if he didn't do that with his glove, they were not getting 2 outs. Great play at short by the 19-year-old Hank Holder. There's that flip. Great job as always by Lopez. And a weak grounder. Hank Holder gets it done. Holder, left center, and that's in. First hit for Miami. 82 off the bat, though. Like, why aren't we hitting the ball harder sometimes? That's going to be a ball? I thought that was strike 3 looking. It's a stolen base for Hank Holder, his first of the year. And, yeah, it's another miss by this umpire who hasn't had too many hits. And now popped up by Jonah Bride. I wonder what Crochet's stamina is at, because he's already fairly low on 53 pitches. If it's ridiculous, I might even adjust, because like he's looking great in real life. 61. So in that Jordan Hicks territory, but he seems to be depleting faster than Hicks was in that last start. Man, slow start for Evan Carter. You'd love to connect on one of those. Guess a tad late. And strike 3. Good cutter. Fouled back. Johnny Grieve got a nice fastball. Trying to get that first hit of the season. Not here. Strike 3 looking. He missed. And Rafi does not. Gone, a home run to right center field. 113 off the bat, and the scoring begins. Now, this one's going to go to the corner. Tough play, Carter. Got way up there. Espino, 0-2. Got him on a fastball up and in. Having a hard time catching up to the fastball. Other than Rafael Devers, of course. Got him! What a pitch. Getting Yoshida. A few innings in, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from Espino. Has a nice overpowering fastball and, you know, just finding, I think, his skills on the waiver wire was really surprising. Although I suppose the overall and fastball velo, kind of similar with Bobby Miller, who just keeps giving up home runs. Weekly hit, holder, sliding stop. Can't get him at first. And then Rafaela hits one for Carter, and we're through 4. Rockies franchise legend Rafael Devers delivers. How about the Marlins? I don't know how much longer Crochet is going to go just because of stamina. I'll probably boost his stamina anyway. He's been signed and everything. A star like him should go more than 4 or 5. Nasty sweeper to get Conine. And then they pull him. So Brian Bayo's going to come in. I guess we're lucky we don't have to face any more of Garrett Crochet. Hammered to left. It's back. And Agustin Ramirez hits it over the monster and out of here. Tying the game at 1. So here's a guy who at least has a handful of hits on the year. Not the worst start for Agustin Ramirez. He only hit 5 home runs at the bigs last season. Hoping for a lot more this year. Espino trying to make it through the 5th. Now matched up with David Hamilton. Up and away. Good slider. Lopez tracks it down, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. High drive from Otto Lopez. Back near the monster. Off of it, and he'll be into second base. Man, how fun would it be to have like a road to the show playing left field in Boston? That'd be exciting. There'd be constant action. You have to always be focused up on defense. So we're thrilled to no longer be facing Garrett Crochet. Already 2 of our best swings coming off of Bayo in the first 10 pitches. I need some better at-bats when runners are in scoring position. Working the count. Got him, though, on a slider inside. Got him! Slider away this time. And they want nothing to do with Evan Carter facing Bayo. So they'd rather bring up the hitless 0-13, 0 for 13, Johnny Grieve. Let's see if Johnny can make him pay. We'll let that one go. As I adjust to the new hitting camera, the strike zones are a bit different, especially with guys like Grieve who are 5'7". Under it, Johnny, no! And we leave 2 aboard as Grieve goes 0 for 14. Rafael Devers letting the count turn in his favor. Drilling the corner, though, is Espino. Now we're challenging. Fastball, base hit left field. He falls behind Casas 3-1. But gets it full again. 3-2. Espino gets the ground ball. Grieve fires a laser and we turn 2. How about Daniel Espino's Miami debut? Keeping everything under control, just like Jordan Hicks. Gave up that solo homer, but not much else. Although Espino not done yet. He gets ahead of Yoshida. 0-2 pop-up. Ramirez will look to track this one down and send us to the 7th. Griffin Conine stepping up here. I have a good feeling about this at-bat. Bayo just, that's an intentional walk pitch. 3-1. I wasn't saying necessarily he'd go yard here. Just that I had a good feeling about the at-bat. We get a leadoff walk. And we'll get Cole Carrig on to the base paths now, and he will pinch run for Conine. Norby fouls back a fastball. Come on, Connor. Man, he got one good chance in that at-bat and wasted it. Bayo slider getting a lot of strikeouts. And now the only run producer for the Marlins is up. It's Ramirez. Carrig goes. Pitches inside, and Carrig is out. And now Ramirez replaces him at first base. Not a great start for me here this season with runners aboard, whether it be running guys into caught stealing or just not moving guys around. Estieri Ruiz, a little bit late there, and nothing doing here, top 7. Making a change here, bottom 7 with Andrew Nardi coming in. Could see a lot of our lefty arms, and I haven't gotten to pitch Jose Alvarado yet. I think unless we go down like 7, we're going to get him into this game at some point. He got him on a slider a foot outside. Jumping ahead of Cedene Rafaela. Nardi 0-2. Nasty slider to finish the inning. And the new pitcher now for Boston. They put in Mason Thompson to face the top of our order. Bouncer to third, and Devers. Strong throw. He sends it to right. Hank Holder. No. Caught. And it is sent into the night sky. Jonah Bride will fly out in center. Nardi pitching great. We're going to leave him out. Top of the Red Sox order. 1-2 to Duran. Fishing, strike 3. Sometimes you can tell when a guy is on, and you just let him stay out there a bit longer than normal. Nardi strikes out Hamilton. He's gone 2 innings in relief. Alvarado's getting the 9th either way, but can we untie this game before then? Evan Carter has 1 hit. That's a ball. Not changing it here. Attacking low and then setting up a high fastball. Here's Johnny Grieve. Into center, he's under it, and that's another flyout. Cole Carrig at the plate. Hanging out in the outfield now. That's backhanded. Nothing doing. Making his Marlins debut is Jose Alvarado. He's going to be our closer. He had really good numbers last year, but somehow 3 for 8 on save attempts. And the Red Sox trying to walk this off, have the right guy at the plate. Inside out, slowly to Johnny Grieve. Got him. Alvarado throws this cutter along with a sinker and 12-6 curve. No slider to attack these lefties with. Got him on a 12-6 curve. Now late on that sinker. Alvarado is in control. Got him looking. We're going to extras. And Alvarado might stay in as the 10th inning opens. But here we are. We have not moved runners great. I haven't done that well so far this season. Got to, of course, score the guy from second base. And we have to do it with the bottom of our order against Carlos Estevez, who nearly hits Norby. On the ground, backhanded, and now a foot race won by Estevez. Carried to third. Augustine Ramirez. Ooh, got one up there, fouled back. Boston with the infield in. 2-1. And lined over shorts. At regular depth, that's definitely a catch. That's a huge break as Ramirez rips the single to drive Norby home. Definitely an out at default depth. So extra innings is about plating that second run. And let's see here. Can I move some things around? I can have Carrig catch. I can put Dane Myers in the game and he can run and then go and replace Carrig and Wright. Those two can flip. So that's why Carrig is here. Mainly that catcher flexibility. But Estieri Ruiz now at the plate. Man, I got a good pitch there to hit. Good answer. And got him. Up top with the fastball. And we'll turn it over to Otto Lopez. That's lined. That one is tracked down by the shortstop. We can't give Hank Holder an additional at-bat. But now can Jose Alvarado win this game for us? It's not a save situation for him, but it basically is. Not a ton of speed at second base. It's Abreu leading off. Flip to Ruiz. I don't think you can tag on this. No advance. Now they pinch ran. I don't know why they waited. Roman Anthony's out there now. Sable down the line. Pesky's pole not involved this time. I don't know how you take some of these sinkers. I'd be waving wildly. 2-2. Got him! Carrig recovers. 2 down. 1 away from our first win of Season 4. Good pitch on the corner to Rafaela. They're not expanding their zone much right now. That's a tough cutter. And missing outside. A walk for Alvarado. His pitch count now at 26. I think it's a good time to bring in a new arm and let George Soriano attempt to get a 1-out save. 26 pitches there, I think, is just a little high to have him throw one more. But Soriano comes out. Let's see if he can finish it off. Oh, you gotta call that, man. We have to make sure this game comes down to Connor Wong, not Duran. 3-0, you gotta be kidding me. And he walked him on 4. I tried to throw that thing down the middle. Bases loaded. Yeah, let's have a little visit here. Let's talk about it. Come on, Soriano. Why does it always have to be something? Bases loaded. Jarren Duran. Game on the line. 5 straight missing. Ground ball. Holder ends the game. There it is. And the Marlins have their first win of Season 4. Again, the offense does not produce much, but we get some excellent pitching, primarily by new faces. We have Daniel Espino go 6. Jose Alvarado gave us 5 outs. We win a nail-biter. And there's our first trip through this starting rotation. Very high ERAs for the 3 returning pitchers, but we got great outings from the newcomers. Oh yeah, checking out Bobby Miller's stats. I wanted to see where those runs came from. 2 home runs allowed in that relief appearance. So now we'll start to speed things up a little bit. We have, wow, Perez has given up 4 homers, all solos. Jonah Bride goes yard, has a double in this game. The Red Sox beat us 9-6. We return home, and our gift is a matchup against the LA Dodgers. And the way we're playing, teams are salivating over the chance to maybe add a couple of our players, including Jonah Bride. Coming off a big game and easily the best player on the team so far as position players go. Why does it feel like every game we're just facing another ace pitcher? We've had to face Strider, Logan Gilbert, Garrett Crochet, Blake Snell. We gave him a home run, first batter of the game. Kyle Tucker now hitting. So I like to go player lock at times here to kind of see how the pitcher does from afar in a fast fashion. We can get the out there, and spinning Hank Holder gives it back to Jonah Bride. Bride hitting .364, 7 RBIs. That's got to be over half of our runs scored to this point. In the air, Bride hits it well to left, but playable. No advance from Holder. Will Smith goes yard. And Jordan Hicks has given up 2. The Dodgers have added, wow, a 3-run homer from Mookie Betts. I was going to say Trevor Larnach and Nolan Arenado as some free agent pickups. 5-0 Los Angeles. We have 1 hit. Nothing doing there for Bride. Strike 3 from Blake Snell. Bobby Miller's getting to face his former team. It's a short start for Jordan Hicks. Home run, Hank Holder. Bride trying to match him as Snell pitches into the 6th inning. Weekly hit into center field and tracked down. Bobby Miller eating up the innings. He's pitched, that's 51 pitches. Why would I throw it to second? I'm trying to get 4 outs. Answering, though, Holder doubles. He has a 3-hit night. And now in a 3-run game, trying to keep chipping away. Just in front of that, 111 off the bat. Ah, man, his arm angle just had me out of sorts that at bat. Give me the next guy. There is no next guy. We lose the game, and the Miami Marlins moved to 1-6 to start the season. Hicks goes 3 2/3, 4 runs allowed. Hank Holder had 3 of the 5 hits. That really describes where the offense is right now when Hank has 60% of the offense. Johnny Grieve has opened the season 0 for 24. I am attempting to get him his first hit on the season right now, and we're facing, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We have faced the most innings against ace-caliber pitchers. Where's that metric? Why are you bunting? It's the start of the game. Grounded to Grieve. There's the double play for Max Meyer. Grieve, that's turning foul. He has very high contact, high vision, so an 0 for 24 to open the year is pretty shocking. It is possible we end up sending down Johnny at some point. Just didn't have any signs last year that he really needed that. And now he gets hit before he can get a hit. Augustine Ramirez, and that's going to be lined out. We have so many lineouts this year. It's ridiculous. How many doubles can you hit in 1 inning? I'm sick of the Dodgers and the Braves and this entire schedule. I want to go face the Trash Pandas or something. Get me down to AA. Johnny on the backhand. That's 1. Ohtani too fast. Bobby Miller eating up innings all over again. Home run, Jonah Bride. And now 2 aboard for Johnny Grieve. I'm tired of us looking at the scoreboard with 1 hit. I'm real sick of that. To the right side and off the glove, Johnny Grieve. Call it a hit. He's on. Infield hit. I'll take it. Hey, if you're 0 for 24, you'll take it. Augustine Ramirez, bases loaded 0-2. Come on. Grounded. And they're only going to have 1 play as we tack a run on. Alec Thomas now. Line drive. It's through. And here comes Johnny. We'll have a 2-run single. More runs than hits here in the 6th inning. Almost got it down the line, Johnny. In the air, sent to left center, down, a base hit with 2 gone, and Johnny now 2 for 25 on the year. That's right, he's back. Ramirez hit to third, and he is retired. 3-run homer, Nathaniel Lowe. Just when we start to create some hope getting back in it. Will Smith hits a homer. 20 hits, 14 runs. Starting to feel a lot like year 1 again. A season you would love to hit the restart button on. Man, this is just brutal. Will Smith, 5 hits. Nathaniel Lowe, 4 hits. Our ERAs are never going to recover from this. The Marlins are 1-7. We are dead last in batting average, hitting 178 collectively. We are the 3rd lowest scoring offense, but we've allowed the 2nd most runs. Oddly enough, the only team with more are the defending champion New York Mets. And we've given up 16 home runs, tied for 2nd most in baseball. A lot of guys are struggling right now. But that little glimmer of hope that you have is the fact that a new scouting season gets underway right now. Let's take a look at the prospects this year, and the number 1 ranked player is Doug Butcher, 21-year-old left fielder from Illinois. So this year, we pick at 10. We also pick at 31, and that is our prospect promotion incentive pick, thanks to Hank Holder being Rookie of the Year. In scouting these first-round players, it's hard to really expect the top guys to maybe have a chance at slipping to 10. But last year, we did see Ray Huerta slip all the way to the Diamondbacks at like 14 or 12. So I think we end up scouting the majority of the guys that we don't expect to make it to 10. But as far as where this class looks strong right off the bat, we got some starting pitching. 4 players in the top 10 prospects. Yeah, very stacked inside the top 20. We have a couple catchers inside the top 20. At first base, nobody above 57. At second, we get Kenny Jackowitz at 6, and then a gap before Robbie Schultz at 27. At third base, Jay Kang at 17. Shortstop gives us 1 player in the top 40. And in the outfield, 2 of the top players. Eddie Ayala is at 16. Center field gives us a few in the top 25. And right field, nobody above a 32. The center fielders are kind of intriguing. We're seeing players that have at least some power upside on the surface. I like starting pitcher, third base, and center field this year for focuses. And we're going to open the season by scouting for some more infielders. I'd like to see if there are some more first basemen out there. But we're going to get going right away on the starting pitchers that could be available at 10. I would like to find someone who has a good walk per 9 rating. Here's Junior Ramirez, who's ranked 13 on the board. Both these pitchers have high fastball velocity and seem to be more overpowering strikeout guys. Esteban Cedeno does have a walk per 9 that's more in the middle. There were some other guys that had extremely low walk per 9 ranked inside the top 10. So I'm intrigued with these two. I'm guessing the reason why it's easier to scout Cedeno here is because he has college experience. I imagine it's easier to scout college players rather than shaky cell phone video footage of high school players. Get us away from the Dodgers, man. Robbie Snelling, good luck to you. Dodgers beat us 10-3. The most predictable sweep right there. 5 home runs. I can't do this. The Mets are worse. 1-9. What did you guys do? This team is worse than our Marlins right now. It's mainly a pitching thing. What does their rotation look like? Skubal, Senga, Savali. Yeah, Giolito, Sproat might not be great. Imagine coming into this new year and say the Marlins are going to get off to a better start than the defending champions. Be feeling pretty good about that. And I ain't right now. Evan Carter is sporting the worst batting average out of any starter. 0.37. That's 1 for however many at-bats he has. Daniel Espino, start number 2. Let's see how he does after a great debut. Runs already scored. Really glad that this is going to get hit out to me here. Willy Adames. Okay, that's going to be a routine play, thankfully. And we're going to be throwing to third. Carter pulling him away from the bag. We walked in a run, a single, and we're going back to the field. Base hit. And 1 scores. They're trying to put 5 on the board, and we throw them out. No one scores 5 on the Marlins in the first inning. Nobody. And yeah, another ace caliber pitcher. This is ridiculous. When do I get to face someone who's terrible? This is why everybody's numbers suck. Carter, though, rips one. Thank you, Pablo. Carter, leadoff double. Best moment of his season offensively. It just took one of our best players 10 games to hit his first extra base hit. Hank Holder. In the dirt? I don't think so. Meanwhile, San Francisco 9-2 on the year. Holder looks at strike 3. Otto Lopez with the line drive. Base hit into right field. Yeah, I'm running. What are we going to do? Hit another hit? Carter scores. Bottom 3, Carter again. We've seen 2 pitches. We're going to have 4 bases. Evan Carter on to second. And the run is safe. Shockingly, I thought he was out. Pablo giving us some meatballs right there. I've been hungry for those recently, so really going to have to make that happen now. Hank Holder advancing. Carter. Back-to-back walks have loaded the bases. Pablo in some trouble. And here is Connor Norby. He hits it over to third. Out at second. Doubling up Norby ends the inning and the threat. Hey, outside of that first inning, Espino hasn't been too bad. Pitching into the fourth. Base hit into right. Pitch around the traffic this time. We can come back on these guys. There we go. Double play followed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is happening? 4 walks in the inning. I'm about to walk out on this team myself. That's going to be an out. Tagging up is the slowest man on the planet and still scoring. That's safer down there, Pablo. 5-run game. Base hit right field. Evan Carter is 3 for 3. Do we steal here with an 0-2 count? I wasn't ready. Here goes Carter. Holder in the air, and we got a return. Maybe I'll try to steal here. Bride hits it. That is out in center. San Francisco still up by 5. I don't like how much we're pitching Bobby Miller already this year. Elliot Ramos. We're going to have that. Bobby Miller settling down the scoring for once. Into the 7th. Willy Adames to the gap. Carter with the speed gets there. Taking away a double. Let me go 4 for 4 off Pablo. Not often you can go 4 for 4 off the same pitcher. Give me that curveball. The sweeper hits him in the back. I kind of got what I was looking for. Jonah Bride, the numbers cooling off a bit. Carter goes, and it's hit in the air to right field. Another fly out. Leaves Carter aboard. He's reached 4 times. This loss won't be on him. And he won't hit again. 7-3. Giants win again. Does Jose Alvarado have more than 1 appearance this year? He has pitched 1 time. Because we've only had 1 game late where he could really come in. That wasn't even a lead. We weren't leading when he entered. We have not led a game going into the 9th inning this season. Giants beat us 2-0. We are now 1-10. Alvarado got in. He got the L. Jordan Hicks against the team he came over from. Things don't appear to be going in his favor. Jonah Bride's got to be in a little slump here. 2 on, 2 out, down 2. Birdsong up top with a strike. Phillies win 8th straight. Stop rubbing it in. Jonah Bride just sent one out of here. Gone. We give a lead to Bobby Miller. 4th homer of the year for Bride. It's about to look like an afternoon of spam calls soon when I start to get these trade requests rolling in. Norby now shoots one out to right center field, but nope. Returning to simulate. The lead lasted less than a half inning. Are you guys enjoying this? Is this like fun for you to just watch this team do this to me? This is not what the Season 4 experience was meant to be. I put Bobby Miller in the bullpen thinking, okay, he'll get a few innings here or there, and he can stay at the majors. No, he's getting regular playing time because we just can't get our starters deep into the game. Good job, Bobby. Moving ahead at 6-6 in the 7th inning. And here's Evan Carter starting to pick up the offense, and can he drive home that go-ahead run? He puts it in the air. Lifted to right. We can run on that. Marlins lead it 7-6. Everyone, it's time to party. We've put in Andrew Nardi. And it's the 8th inning. Let's see if we can hold the lead now. 2 innings to go. Nice pitch to Jung-Hoo Lee. Got him on a slider. Was watching the Twins have their series over the weekend against the Giants, and I felt like every 4 seconds, Elliot Ramos was doing something. Either a big hit, an amazing play in the outfield, or a mistake of some kind, like when Christian Vasquez picked him off at third base. He was just everywhere. He's kind of an exciting player. I like him. A base running mistake would make him a really good fit on this team, too. 3-1 from Nardi, and Ramos serves it for Myers. Josh Naylor now. The inning is up to him. Keishel makes the catch. Luke Keishel getting some more playing time. Does have his first career hit. He has a few of them, actually. He's hitting .273. Just a little off there. Keishel skies it. Cole Carrig has singled here in the 8th. We're doing this on a day where we have a lot of guys out of the lineup. No Hank Holder, no Johnny Grieve. Carrig is at short today. Ruiz right side. No. And that is the 8th. And we'll see if we can give Jose Alvarado a save. This year, he doesn't even have a save attempt. Well, here's number 1. He has pitched 3 innings so far. He's given up 1 run. Willie Adames leads off, pops up, and Keishel is under it. One gone. Here is the catcher, Patrick Bailey. And he gets ahead of Alvarado, 2-1. But in there to even the count. He ain't ready for this. And it's a curveball for Keishel. Good throw. One more. Luis Matos. Hammered to left. Carter back. It'll stay in the yard. And the Marlins get the save and win the game. The first save for Jose Alvarado. Exciting back and forth game there. Norby and Bride both hit home runs. The starting pitching has been pretty concerning so far. On the road in Philadelphia, Marlins win. A winning streak now. We defeat the Phillies 6-2. Carter with 2 doubles and a home run. I woke his season up. That 3-hit game now bested by a 4-hit performance, with Max Meyer going 6 innings. And the Marlins win the next game against the Philadelphia Phillies, clinching our first series win. Holder and Bride go yard. 4 RBIs on 3 hits for Jonah Bride. Robbie Snelling goes 6 innings. Good starts back-to-back for the first time, I think, this year. And let's check on our first bit of scouting info. We're going to have Esteban Cedeno at 15. Potential 79 to 84. And his overall is 76 to 81. So he is like a big league caliber starter, but doesn't have the highest ceiling. But he can pretty much start almost immediately. 4 years of college experience. We'll say he's born in California. He's definitely at, what's that school I'm thinking of? That's definitely Cal Poly. Pitcher right there. And then Junior Ramirez is going to go to 9. We'll have to scout him for 2 weeks to get the greater picture. But we got 1 on the board now. And on top of that, we did discover a couple infielders. So we will get Brad Cooley and Lloyd Plaza. We get a third baseman 6th on our board. That is a huge find right away. Brad Cooley from the state of New York. We have a lot of good luck in the East. We're going to keep scouting that region, go outfield this time. I'm not sure I'll really scout all these starting pitchers. Like, I see Alex Matthews here, and it looks right away like walk per 9 is a problem, maybe home run per 9, maybe control. When I have so many options, do I need to scout all of them? If there are certain weaknesses I don't feel like dealing with. Although I guess we still don't have a lot of info on these guys. They're super young. But I'm going to scout Robert Perez, 21 years old. We can pretty much scout him in one go. And he does have a good skill set for preventing walks, it appears. I'm having a good time this year, even if the team is trying to aggravate me. I'm just having so much fun playing the game right now. Truth be told, I've recorded 2 episodes today. So I did opening day, went to go work on some other stuff. Had to come back for some more Marlins. I hadn't gotten my fill. Still really haven't, but I should also think about eating one of these hours. Jonah Bride, 5 homers on the year. That's going to lead the team. Surprised I have not gotten a call yet. Man, it's going to stink when he's not on this team anymore. Why can't he be 26? Most underpaid player in baseball right now, too. Like the arbitration salary at 3.8 is a bargain. Hank Holder, 3 home runs. Norby has 2. Otherwise, nobody else with multiple yet. We're seeing Griffin Conine hit 136. He's gone pretty cold. While Augustine Ramirez hitting 234 is, improving. Johnny Grieve, struggling though. He only has 5 hits and 46 at-bats, and none are extra base hits yet. Slower start than I would expect for a guy with his ratings. Like high plate vision, good contact. That's usually a recipe for early success. Not this time. None of our starting pitchers have an ERA under 5.6. Gonna leave it at that. And only 3 of our relievers do. Down at AAA, Noble Meyer had a rough first start, but has been very solid in the next two. Here are Thomas White's 3 starts, and he's off to a very strong start. I don't know why stamina would drop by 1 randomly. It just kind of does that sometimes. And then Jack Leiter. Kind of want to see, if he pitches at AAA this year, can he get his ratings up a little bit? And then we'll see where we are a year from now. Still don't think he's going to be a long-term rotation guy. Jorge Vizcaíno. I got to get a game in with him soon. Just really curious to see how he plays. The velo is super low, but he's apparently still a strikeout guy. He's only gotten 1 start as the AA season opens later than AAA. He had 7 strikeouts and 4 2/3 though. He's going to be the weirdest pitcher I've ever thrown with, but I have to see what it's like. And then Vladimir Ortiz, top pitching prospect in our system. 8 innings, no runs allowed. 7 innings, 1 run allowed. Elite stuff down there. Brian Ariano, he has a very high ERA because it appears he gave up a grand slam in one of his save attempts. That usually hurts things. The Marlins end the day with a 4-10 record. If the goal was to compete, look more like a potential wildcard team this year, we are not off to that kind of a start. Scoring has picked up in our recent games, but we look like one of the worst teams in baseball early in the season. The numbers do reflect that, quite obviously. So we're hanging out with our best friends here in the basement of the National League, 4-10. What do you guys think about the team, and if anything could change here early in the year to shake things up? I will have to keep a close eye, of course, on Chet Sparbori, who's hitting .217 down at AAA. We're manipulating some service time right now, so after a few weeks, I could look to call him up. By the way, they're considering Edgar Batista to be the #1 prospect in baseball now, and we're not going to see him at the majors for like 30 years. He's a 51 overall. So, we'll see. I mean, he has good power for a 51 overall. I will say that. Then we have Jorge Vizcaíno is going to debut as the 8th ranked prospect. They like him despite the strange skill set he possesses. Huey Costa at 11. And all these players were drafted by us last season. So it was, on paper, a pretty good class, but one that is going to need a lot of time to come together. Ariano, Kirby in the top 50, Vladimir Ortiz. The series still demands patience from us. I'll do my best to let this develop. Thank you all for watching another episode in the Marlins franchise. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Please leave a like if you're enjoying all the videos I've been putting out. It's feeling really good right now, the flow I have with this series. And of course, subscribe to the channel. And have a great day, everybody. Catch you in the next one.